All righty. Tammy and I got this new Printmaker to try out. I'll turn it this way for you guys for just a minute. Just got mine. Haven't even opened mine yet. Tammy got hers a day or two ago, so she's already opened her stuff. And oh, I forgot to get that magnetic board before I started. Dang it.
Go get it.
Here it is. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to have the opening. I saw where that opened. Here it is. And when you first open it, of course, like everybody else shows, you get some instructions right up here. And then there's a free code. And Tammy, you said you had a little trouble with this free code, right?
I did. What happened is I put in the code and it said the code couldn't be found. But at the same time, it accepted the code and I was subscribed. So I emailed them and they said that was a glitch in it. But for me to look at on the out, at the top, you'll see it says subscriber in red.
Okay. All right. So this is what the little machine looks like.
It's put you on the spotlight.
Okay. It looks pretty sturdy. You know, it doesn't feel flimsy. So this must be locked. So I have to unlock it to be able to open it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. Unlock to open. It feels really nice and sturdy. So there's some plastic around here I'm supposed to take off, maybe? Did you have plastic wrap around yours?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay. And let me put that back in. Here's it. Oh, it has to go line up the stripes with the stripes, I guess, huh? No?
No, it's weird. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
And then, too, you have to open the part where the ink goes is separate from that part you just opened.
It's not here.
Pieces. No, you don't put it in from there. There's another opening for the ink, where the ink goes.
From the top?
It's on the side. Let me see.
On the side.
So go from side to side where your hands, where the black is.
Are you talking about on the top? Wait, Tammy?
Mm-hmm.
Tammy?
Yes.
Tammy. Do you mean the top? Oh, there.
Yes.
So it's on. Okay, I see.
That's how you put the ink in, because it won't go in no other way.
Okay.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah, right? Okay. And Tammy's been already playing with hers and having a good old time with it, and it really works well. And I made a card today, just a real simple one that I'm going to be using for our Hey, he's already telling me he's ready. But I'm going to be using this for our Patreon class tomorrow, and I'm going to use my little guy, my little thingamabob. This is just a prototype or a test, but I'm going to have him right in here. So I'm having trouble. It says tear here. Ooh, I can't tear here. I need scissors.
Use your scissors.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Did you tear yours? Did yours tear?
No.
Crazy people.
I couldn't tear them.
I'm trying to open this. Let's see. Take this out carefully. And I take off this little piece. This is what we always do with our printers, right? And you want to be careful not to touch any of that jazz. Then what it says is the pink, let's see, the pink little triangles here, arrows, will line up with the pink part here. So I guess it goes, you said it only goes one way, right? Only will fit one way. And that obviously is
that
not
ain't
the
it.
way.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I said, yeah, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, that wasn't it. That's not it either.
Mm-mm.
That's not it
Turn
either.
it around. I think you're going to have to turn it sideways from there. So here we go.
I'm no good at puzzles.
Look at mine. The pink is facing the front of that. The pink is up against the wall part, you might as well say. And the ink thing is down. So you see the pink line on that? It lines up with a pink arrows. That helps. And it's facing the wall part.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You
okay, yeah. I see. I was trying to make the ink go down. That's what you're saying. It has to be.
Yeah, because you've got it upside down. The ink goes up because you had it turned upside down to put it in.
Oh my gosh. Now I gotta figure out how to put this dumb
I
thing
had to
back
figure all
on.
that out, remember?
How do you put it back on?
Just put it back
Oh, I
on.
did
Just
it.
shove it together.
Ugh,
And then you want to push your little button so you can add your Bluetooth. Yeah, which I think yours already connected.
did it?
I heard it chirp like it did, but I'm
It
not.
did chirp.
Yeah.
But what's it connected to? Because I wanted to use my
Your
iPad,
printout.
which is
Open your printout.
upstairs.
No,
Oh, I didn't want to use my
it won't.
phone.
It won't connect to just anything. Just open your app on your phone, or your if you're going to
I
use your
know.
iPad.
I want to use
Mine
my
just
iPad,
chirped.
but it's up. My iPad's upstairs.
Well, put it on both. You can have it on both.
Okay, well, I do have it on here too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
As soon as I find it. Printmaker, there we go. Okay, now I'm home. Okay, connect to a printer.
Yeah. If you touch the little app up at the top where the little printer is,
It already connected.
yeah, I heard yours connect before.
Select an accessory. Wait a minute. Why does it say connect an accessory? And there, oh, there it is. It took a while to show up. Okay,
Yeah, mine did too.
connected to Printmaker. Okay, so I'm going to go into, now there's a whole bunch of these that come free, and I'm looking for one for birthday. Ooh, inspiring words.
Go ahead and put your code in and subscribe.
Oh, I'll do that in a minute. I want to try one first.
Okay.
Let's see. A genuine pen has been installed. Did yours say that?
A what?
Genuine. A genuine pen has been installed.
I don't remember.
Happy. Happy. That's an ugly term. That's not good. Okay, I decided to just do it on my iPad because I figured that would be a lot easier for you to be able to see. So this is what you get when you open it up and when you're home. And these are the collections. As you see, it says subscriber up here. So I am subscribed. So these are all the free collections you get. But it's really cool because I want to show you something. Let's say we go to the kids collection. And notice there's all these little things that you can do. And you're thinking, oh, that's really cool. Just for the kids. But let me tell you, that's not all. That's the clip art. There's also patterns for kids. And that's still not all, because after you go through all of these patterns, there are also templates that you can do. And on these templates, it's really easy to change exactly what they say. For example, if this one says Caden and I want it to say something else, I can delete the word Caden off of here. I think, there we go. Delete. That deleted the word Caden off. Then I would simply come to Tools and Text, and I have to get rid of that word text by hitting the back arrow, and I can make it say PattyAnne. So I'll go PattyAnne and say done. And there it is. And then I can move it over, move it larger, move it over, make it smaller. If I want to change the font, come right here to where it says font. And I'm going to show you a project that I did when I was at my sister's recently that turned out really cool. And I like to use this font right here, Amatic SC. I just really like the way that looks. And I can spread it out and make it a lot larger. I just really like that font. But not only that, in addition to making it larger, I could also make it bold if I'd rather. Of course, then I'd have to skinny it up a little bit to fit. I could go ahead and change its color. Maybe I want it to be yellow. Let's see, what else can I change? Not sure what that, oh, I can make it italicized, slanty. And again, keep changing the font. says 100%. I don't know what that means. I haven't messed with that yet, so I'm not sure. What if I guess I could change it to 125 and let's see what happens. 125 done. Okay, that made it bigger, but I don't really want it bigger. So I'm going to make it smaller again, I hope. There we go. Okay, and then I can, put more. I could put another line of text if I wanted to, like skinny this up. PattyAnne. I don't know. I'll put my last name. So again, I would go to more. No, not more. I'm sorry. I would click this and go back to Tools. Go to the text. I could type in my last name. We'll just leave it say text. And I could put another line like this right below it and change that font to anything I like. So let's say we want to change it to something like cookie font or this. There's just a ton of fonts that you can use. It's pretty. So anyway, that's what you can do with this. Then the next thing that I would do if I was done, I would say print. Could check it out here. Do I really like it? If not, I can edit it. I need to move that down a little bit. Say print. See how it looks. Do I like that? Now here's where I can change this to be repeatable printing. I can turn that on. Then it says 2 times right here. It would do this same thing twice. Or I could do it more than twice. I could do it 10 times. Or infinite if I'm making ribbon and I'm not sure how much I want. I could just keep going and going and going on to the next line, going and going and going. Let's just say I want to do it 1 time. I would say send to printer. And it's been sent to my printer, so I might as well go ahead, see if I can get a piece of paper right quick to show you how this would turn out. Okay, here's a small piece. It should fit on this piece perfectly. So let me move this out of the way a little bit and bring this in. Okay, here is my little guy. I have to unlock it, the base. This is my little guy, and I know which direction to go by the arrow. And when you place this down on here, okay, this was something I was going to test. It says that the printing will start right where this line is, right here. So I want to test that to see, does it really start right where that line is? So I'm going to try to make it start right there. But to me, I think it might start like a 1/4 of an inch beyond that. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. Whoops. Line that up. When it gets green, it's going to be ready. And I will just go. And there it is. Okay, it pretty much went exactly where I wanted it to go. Right almost exactly to that line. So that's perfect. Okay, what I wanted to show you now is you can make the design a whole lot bigger by changing the canvas size, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I've already done it, so I'm going to send it to the printer and bring my little guy over and line this up again this way with that line right there. Okay, and I'm going to click this. When it turns green, I'll know it's ready. Green, and I'll go. Oops, I went crooked. But you can see how nicely or how much larger that is. So you can keep making it bigger and bigger like that. Okay? So I'll show you how to do that. Let's go back to this. We'll say I'm done printing. Let's get a different one. Let's go to Create, Home. I don't want to save my design. So I'm going to get a different one. Let's go to let's see, retro icons, and I'm gonna go, I think, to maybe patterns. Okay, and I'll do these little dogs. There they are. But let's close that for a second, and I'm gonna X that out. So I want to go to Create again. Okay, here we are in Create. Notice there's a canvas. Hopefully you can see a little off or white color by the off-white background. I'm going to click on Canvas. That's going to allow me to change the color of the canvas if I want to, and I'll do that so you can see it better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the size of the canvas, okay? So I'm going to stretch it way out like that. And I can see that I'm making it, even though it's a lot larger in real life, it says it's going to be, well, let's make it just 3 inches. And let's measure and see if that works out like that. So let's assume the canvas is done and I just want to put, I can bring in my own images from my photo library too. But let's go to import. I'm going to import something from Hip Hip Hooray. Here's the word celebrate. There are patterns. Let's try one of these patterns with the little hats. Okay, they're pretty small. Whoopsie. I can make them bigger. If I can just click on them. There we go. Move those over here to start. And if I'd like to, what I can do is I can copy them, and that made a duplicate, and I can put it right here. Okay, so I'll have a little bit of a blank on either side. But you'll see, hopefully we'll see, that the blue of the canvas will be just about, should be 3 inches long. Let's see if it works like that. Should we change the background color of this maybe from blue? I wonder if I can still change it. Yeah, we could change it. Custom. Well, I can pick a custom color. Whoa. Let's just have it be like a yellow color so they can show up pretty well. You know what? Orange is one of my favorite colors. I'm going to leave it in orange. All right. So I'm going to click on print now. Send it to the printer. I don't want it to be repeating. I just want it one time. So I'll turn that off. I'll say send to printer. You might have heard my little printer make a noise over there. And let's see. Is this going to be long enough? Yeah. So I'll bring this over here now. Put this on here. Click this little button till it turns green. Okay, I gotta hold my paper still. That's what happened last time. And just go. Okay, that does not look 3 inches long. So let's see. Something's up. That right there is, well, you know what? It's exactly 3 inches long if I measure it with my thing. I would not have believed that ever. The color's off a little bit. No, I made it an orange color. So that's about right. So there we go. I would never have dreamed that was 3 inches, but it's perfect. So you always put your little dude, your little Printmaker back in its little spot, because that keeps it charging if you have it plugged in. So I'd say I'm done printing, and I could go, oops, I'm done printing, and I could go back to home if I want to. Do I want to save it? Nope, don't save it. And I'm back to this again. So it's really cool. They have really cute Easter things. Let's look at these. I like these patterns. I think there were some daisies. Aren't those cute? I really like those. Okay, this is one I have not downloaded yet. So notice it's one of the freebies that you get, but it says download. So I'd have to download it first to be able to use these. Okay, collection downloaded. Okay, so now I could use these and make stuff. So this would be really, really super cute on ribbon, wouldn't it? Let's see what happens if I say to send this to the printer. Looks like I need another piece. Send to the printer. Okay, that was sent. So I'll bring this over here. And this would be one that would be really cute to put on ribbon. You see, I've put some stuff on ribbon. And if you're a scrapbooker, this would be really cute to be able to have things to put, like I put family here. And this was another one I wanted to show you. This is the size that it would come in at. And people are oftentimes saying, but that thing only prints really small. Well, the thing is, you could print one line, and I did that with thinking, and then on the second line I put of you. I did them separately. So you can make really big things that would go into cards. Like, look at this. There it is. You're the bee's knees. That's how big I printed it. And then Aaron's birthday. I was just changing colors and playing with adding the balloons to each side. There was only one on one side. There's another one. There's the way it started out with just a balloon on one side. This one shows where I was just playing with different fonts. I thought of this song. I don't know if any of you remember it from the Lovin' Spoonful. Do you believe in magic? So I just put do you in one font and then put another font, believe in, and then another font, magic. And I just printed that out. Just having some fun playing around just to see everything that this thing can do. So let's bring it back over here now. Start here. Click this button till it turns green. And then go. Pretty. But let's try something once. Let's go back to I'm done printing. I'm going to do that one again. This time I'm going to make it repeatable, and I'm going to do it infinite number of times, and I'm going to say send it to the printer. So now let's see what happens. And by the way, if you're worried about going crooked like I've been doing, there is a tool that helps with that. It's this tool right here, and you set this right down in here. And actually it's really cool if you have the magnetic board that goes with it, because it really keeps it stable. But now I can just go like this and just go, oops, right across here. Whoops, I forgot to click the green button. You've got to click the green button to get ready to go. Once the green button lights up, hopefully you can see way over there. The green button's lit, and I'm just sliding right through there. And now it's making an infinite number of those, which is super cute. Look at that. Oops, I even went off onto my table. Yikes. All right. But look at the other ones that they have here. The little Easter eggs, the tulips, carrots. Wouldn't these be cute on cards? Look at this gingham. And then, of course, there's templates. And as I said, the thing I like about templates is you can leave it to say whatever you want. But suppose you want to change this from peace to maybe the word love. So you can just click on the word peace to select it and hit the trash can down here to delete it. Then I'm going to go to Tools, Text, and let's say I'm going to type in the word love. But I want the L to be a different font than the rest of the word. So the first thing I do is just type in the word L, or the letter L, and say done. And I can move that over here. And I can change the font. Let's say I want it to be something fancy, like a pretty script. There, that's beautiful. And of course I can make it bold by hitting the B, and I can, whoopsie, make it larger like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put in OVE, so I'm going to go to the tools and text, get rid of the word text by hitting this X, and put, oh, I don't want the O to be capital, so I have to uncap. OVE, done, and there it is, LOVE. I can stretch that out if I want to make it fit like that. And so then if I wanted to do this, let's move it over just a tiny bit more and make this over a little teeny bit more. There we go. Okay. I'm not crazy. It's not lining up exactly the way I want. So let's see, there and there. Okay. There. Okay. All right. So now all I would do is send this to my printer. So say print. Send it to my printer. It's preparing it. Sending it. And I'll move this out of the way. And again, I could use this thing to help me go straight. I could line this up nicely and bring this over. See, where does my paper start? There we go. I'll just do it right around here. So this fits nicely into this little thing. Hit the button, the green button. Once it lights up green, just slide it across. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So cool. So cool. So, and a moment ago I was telling you that you could do something. What was it? And I realized I was off screen. So let's see. I think I went to create. I wanted to make something new. And I went to home. And I said, don't save. Maybe that's what it was. If it was something else, let me know. But let's see, what are settings? Oh, it can tell you your ink levels and how charged it is. You got diagnostics, your account, printer. It's pretty good. And it's connected. with the store. I'm not sure. See if we hit this button over. But see all these that you get that are free? Look at organization ones, word art. There's family, and you can put these together. So you can say, you know, first family, I don't know. But there's a lot of these. The only thing I wish was it would make them smaller so I could see to get all together what it is. And of course, the word art is not editable. Like, I can't go with the word dad and change it. Why is that? I don't know why it's over top of that. Create. There we go. I went to create and then it put it in there. Now I thought I can make it bigger. See that right there? My canvas isn't big enough. So if I sent that to the printer, I think this is all that would print. So the first thing I would need to do is to click over here, and that allows me to change the size of the canvas. Can't make the canvas bigger like this, but you can make it bigger like that. So I could stretch the name Dad out like this and a little bit like that, and then print this out. So let's not make it that big though. That's kind of kooky. Let's make it a little smaller. Okay, like that. And of course, if I needed to flip it for some reason, I could flip it here. I could copy it to make it another one. I could align it to the middle of this, I believe. Let's see what happens. I think I want to make my canvas a little smaller. I made it way too big. Let's see, can I adjust it? Yeah. Okay, bring my canvas over. So there's a lot that you can do with this, and it's really fun. I wonder if I could change the color. I don't know if it'll let me. Yeah, it does. So I could change the color of Dad to anything I want. What happens if I say more? Oh, over here, if you say more, you can change the opacity of it. So you can make it like transparent if you want to put it over something else. You can change the hue, and this is something that we do in Silhouette software. If you change the hue, check this out. Well, a lot of times, maybe not so much for this one. Maybe not for the word art as much, but let me get something else. Let me go to Create, Home, Don't Save. I'm going to create a new one. Let's say we go to now I'm overachieving, right? Just anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll just go to this. And I'll choose this flower right here. Oh, here's another one I haven't downloaded yet, so I'm going to download those. Okay, collection downloaded. So this is the collection. Aren't they cool? I love that flower. And the butterfly, I just saw that butterfly, so cute. And the coffees. See what the patterns are just for the fun of it. That would be really pretty as a one that keeps going and going and going. Templates. So these are the ones where we can change what it says in the center. Let's go back to clip art though, and let's do this flower right here. Okay. I wanted to do something with this. Okay, if I click on the word create after I selected it. So did y'all see what I just did? You can play it back and you'll see how I got this. But what I really wanted to show you now was when you go to more, and now when I change the hue, see how that changes the color of that flower? So you can make the color match something else you might like it to match. I'll leave it the way it is, and I think I'll just duplicate it a few times. 3 all together. So I'm going to try to align this. There we go. Align it. Align this one. I want them. Whoopsie. Don't do that. Go back. I'm going to align this guy. So align. And I want to align it to center. I want them all to be the same. Oops. Didn't want to align it that way to the center. I want to align this way to the center. Okay. So I'm not sure if there's a way to grab all of these and to align them like we can in Silhouette so they're spaced perfectly, or if we just have to do that ourselves. But let's pretend like we love that. Send it to the printer. I'm going to do it twice. Send it to the printer. And it's ready. So I'll bring over this. And I'm going to put this on here again to help keep it straight. Okay. Bring this guy over. Put him on here. And click the button till it turns green. Well, once it's green, just there we go. Perfect, just like that. I love it. This thing is so freaking cute. Imagine all you could do on scrapbooking or cards or anything else. It's perfect. I would now say I'm done printing. And if I wanted to create something else, I could say create. But I think that's where Tammy and I had problems. So what I always do now is I go home, don't save, and then create a new one. Okay, I'm going to go to create. And this is something I didn't show you before. And I want to show it to you. And we're going to do this right before we do the ribbon, so stay tuned. Going to go to Tools. The first button down here is for shapes, and you can add different shapes in right here. The next button is the text tool, which we've used before. The third one over is import. And these are the text labels for those things that we can see on the home screen. So let's just go to all Easter blessings again. And I'm going to do this little chick. And there he's brought in just like that. I'm going to put him here. And I'm going to duplicate him. Put him over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip him to mirror him. Okay, so then the only other thing I'm going to do is, I guess I'll type in, or maybe I'll see if there's the words Happy Easter that I can add in here. Let's see. Patterns. I wonder if you can get part of a pattern. Okay, I'm not seeing what I want there. So let's X that out. I can type my own in. I can type in Happy Easter, and I can put it all on one line if I like this, and skinny it up and move it how I'd like it to be. Or what I could do instead is I could delete that and go to Tools and Font again and type in Happy. I wonder what happens if you hit return. Probably nothing. So I'll just do Happy and I'll make that smaller. And then I'll go back to the top font again, or to Tools, and then this again, and put Easter. Done. And now I can change the font for Easter. Not sure if I can go back to Happy now after I finished it. Let's get this smaller, Easter. So if I want to make that a prettier font, I can come over to Font now and make it something prettier. So I still can change Happy. That's good. So I'll make them both Happy Easter just like that. And of course, if I wanted to, I could make it bold so it shows up better. So that's not my most favorite font or my most favorite chickens. So I wonder what else I could find if I click here to Tools and Import. Let's see under Holidays if they have any other chickens that I like better. All right, so I'm not really seeing any chicks that I like better there. It's a rabbit and some eggs. Let's look at patterns. Nope. So what else is there? So we're going to import. Let's see what else. Kids? Kids? Let's see if there's any cute ones in kids. Not any chicks. That's a pretty flower. X. Let's see. I'll click here, go to tools again and import. Thought there was something else. Maybe it's under Bible journaling. I thought somewhere there was a cuter chicken than that. But don't forget, you can bring in your, oh, look at that. You can bring in your own images too, remember. So what about that? Let's just show you how you do that. You can take a photo or choose a file you might have, something in your photo library. There's a butterfly eye. Paint it. Why don't we bring him in? Okay, use. So I'm sure it's going to be way too big. No, it's not. Okay, so I can make that larger. I can get rid of this chicken. Oop. And bring this over. And maybe I want to get rid of this chick. And I'll just go ahead and duplicate this. No, not delete. Undo. Will it come back? Yes. Okay. Click this and I want to duplicate it. Bring it over here. But I want to flip it. Put it here. So I could have it like that. That's pretty cute. Okay, so I'm going to send that to my printer. But I'm going to print this. So I'll say print. But I'm going to print this on, well, maybe I want to edit it a little bit. Move this guy over just a touch. Okay, now print. Okay, that looks good. Send to printer. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to do the ribbon. This is an extra part that you can buy. You get different pieces like this, okay, depending on which size ribbon you use. And all you do is stick this ribbon in here. Sometimes it's a little fiddly, so I've found sometimes it's easier for me to take these things off and thread the ribbon in. So I'm going to put the ribbon so it's like this. So I just have a bit to capture over here. I'm going to bring this guy over and put him right on here. Now he's going to start printing on that ribbon right there. Okay, so hopefully you can see this well. I'm going to click on this little button and I'm going to move my printer. Hold down my ribbon and move the printer. Okay, and there it is. It's very tiny. And this ribbon seems to have bled just a little bit. Let's try this again. So again, what I do is I just like to, I'm going to turn it over on the other side of the ribbon to see if I like that side better. So I just put this down here, lift this up, put this on. Okay, lift this up, put this on. And to me, that's a lot easier way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to try it again. So I'm going to put this, got to move my ribbon out a little bit. There we go. Because I'm going to hit this button, hold this down, and print. Okay, yeah, I like it on this side better. So it turned out prettier on this side. It's not going to smear. Okay, you can make your own ribbon. Now, granted, my picture that I painted was like this big, so it's not a very clear image right here because of that. But you still get the idea, and it's really cute. Okay, one last time for the ribbon, and you'll have to try different ribbons. You can also do this on fabric, which I can show you really quickly. I did it on a sleeve of a shirt. Now, it's not going to be able to be washed a lot because it is just ink, but I did the word family on here just so you could see that it will work on fabric if you wanted to put it on fabric. You'd have to put it, probably cover it with something to make it washable, safe. But anyway, this is the one I'm going to do. I imported it. I'm going to send it to the printer, and I'm going to have on repeatable printing, and I'm going to say infinite time. So I'm going to send it to my printer. I noticed if I stretch this way out to fit on my ribbon, and I tried it, it was too large for my ribbon. So I'm going to try it this time like this. So here's how I do my ribbon. I have this thing here, the word Printmaker is forward towards me. I just put that on top of my ribbon like that. Okay, then I take my ribbon and fold it up like this and put this side on there. Okay, fold this ribbon up and put this piece on there. And make sure it's going to freely move, because I am going to, well, I don't even have to move it, but I do need to move this. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my little fella over, my little Printmaker, put him on here. Going to hold down on this side of the ribbon. Hopefully you can see it right here. I'm holding the ribbon still. I'm going to move this guy when he's ready. So I'm going to click on this. Let's move him down up a little bit so you can see. Okay, it's ready now. I'm going to move this and print. And I went a little bit crooked, and I'm not exactly sure why. So, and I got it on my table. So let's try that again for a sec. So, get another piece of ribbon to sample for you. Okay, I discovered something that I really need to fix before I try the ribbon again, and it's this. If you'll notice, here is my canvas. Hopefully you can see the white canvas. And notice that this pattern is way up at the top of the white canvas. To do the ribbon, I want that pattern in the very center of this. Okay, if I was doing this on a card, like I did on this card, it wouldn't matter. But on my ribbon, I need it to be centered. Because if you'll notice, if I can move this down and it's not at all centered on the canvas. So I'm going to highlight it, come down here to align, and I'm going to say align middle. And that put it smack dab in the middle. Now this will work perfectly on my ribbon. So I'll say print. Before I send it to the printer, I'm going to turn on repeatable printing, and I'll say infinite, and now I'll send this to my printer. Okay, so then once again, I'm going to go ahead and put some more ribbon on here. Luckily, thankfully to Linda, one of the Digi chicks, she gave me a bunch of ribbon. So I have this ribbon here. I'll just place it straight down on my mat, bring over my little ribbon tool, put it here. Remember, I like to do it like this. It's easier for me. Pull this up, put this piece on, make sure it's not caught. Bring this up, put this piece on, and again, make sure it's not caught, because this thing's going to have to slide. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Remember, I'm going to hold this piece of ribbon down and then slide my tool over that way. So let's bring over my Printmaker, okay, and put him on here. Hit the go button. When it turns green, I'll just go. Okay, and there we go. And now this time it's centered perfectly, and it looks very, very good. So once again, all I would do here is say I'm done printing and go to create something new. If I wanted to, I would go home, don't save it, and create something new. So I hope you like this tutorial, and it gives you an idea of how handy and wonderful this little Printmaker is. It may seem costly, but think about how much have you spent buying stamps that say specific things that you can make your own. You can make them whatever size you want, basically. You can make them whatever font you want. You can make it say whatever you want it to say. And you don't need to buy any more stamps. This one here was just my sample that I played with. Let me show you right now the picture that I made, and I labeled all of my paintings with this guy right here. Thanks again so much for joining me. If you want to find out more about the Printmaker, I have a link for you for it down below. So again, I'll see you again soon. Happy Easter!